Is there any hope for the future of Marvel in the MCU? After today's breaking news, I'm not so sure.
You may not believe how stupid a studio can be, but let us show you.
Welcome back to EBN, where we are live every Saturday night at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Today we're having a conversation about the breaking news about Marvel, its past, and possibly its future failure. Revelations just came out today that could be game changers. But being a game changer doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a good thing.
And guys, make sure you watch the entire video because you do not want to miss the conversation at the end. Here we go.
In a world where superhero movies have become a cultural phenomenon, one author dares to delve into the inner workings of Marvel Studios. Introducing MCU, The Reign of Marvel Studios, a groundbreaking book that offers unprecedented insight into the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The conclusion of this book that covers the inner workings of Marvel claims that Marvel Studios is clueless when it comes to knowing what their fans want. In this gripping narrative, the author uncovers a tantalizing revelation from none other than Kevin Feige, the mastermind behind Marvel's success and possible demise. Feige hints at a monumental event that will reshape the very fabric of the MCU, Avengers: Secret Wars. Scheduled for release on May 7, 2027, this film promises to be a game changer. During a recent appearance on the Watch podcast, authors Gavin Edwards and Joanna Robinson shared an intriguing quote from Kevin Feige. Feige suggests that Secret Wars will serve as a soft reboot, a way to prune everything that isn't working and reinvigorate the franchise. Even more fascinating is a passage found in the pages of the MCU: The Reign of Marvel Studios. The author reveals that Feige has learned valuable lessons from the comics, like the periodic need for superhero reboots and the importance of maintaining control over spin-offs and variants. It seems Feige has devised a plan to unify the diverse roster of characters through an annual mega crossover event. As rumors of an MCU reboot gained traction, the Can We Get Some Toast Twitter account emerged with additional details. According to the account, Avengers: Secret Wars aims to recast actors whose fees have become financially burdensome for Marvel. This move is seen as a necessary step to ensure the franchise's long-term sustainability. Furthermore, the account reveals Marvel's original plan to introduce a new trinity of heroes: Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther, Brie Larson's Captain Marvel, and Tom Holland's Spider-Man were intended to take the mantle previously held by Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, and Robert Downey Jr. as Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man, respectively. The author asserts that Marvel Studios is acutely aware of the challenges they face. Quoting insiders, she reveals that movies like Quantumania and Secret Invasion have shaken the studio, leaving them questioning their own judgment. It seems that Marvel's internal barometer may no longer be in sync with the desires of their audience. As the Marvel Cinematic Universe stands on the precipice of a colossal transformation, one thing is certain: the world will be watching, waiting to see the outcome of Avengers: Secret Wars and the subsequent reboot. Will Marvel Studios succeed in pruning what doesn't work and ushering in a new era of superheroes? Only time will tell. Nick, is there hope for the MCU? This insider, lot of revelations happening over there at, with Kevin Feige and the MCU. Things are not looking good.
No, they are not. And things started on this downward trajectory as soon as Endgame was over.
Oh, yeah.
They really didn't have a plan
Captain
in
Marvel.
place. Captain Marvel's going to take over.
Mm-hmm.
Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther, like you were just talking about,
right,
and Spider-Man. But, there's another article out there talking about how, they ended up making Kang the big bad. They didn't even have a big bad in place. They made Kang the big bad because of the reception he got from his appearance in the Loki season 1 show.
Right. And
when you are balancing between Disney Plus TV shows and the films, when not everybody's watching those shows, and you're basing your forward direction on a series that not a lot of people are watching, that's just not good practice, in my opinion. They should have had a game plan in place before Endgame before they even started filming Endgame. Like, where are we going after this? Who's the big bad after this? How is this going to tie together moving forward? It just seems like, once Endgame was there, they're like, well, let's just, maybe do some of this and we'll kind of figure it out as we go. Almost sort of like the Star Wars sequel trilogy or something. Ooh. But yeah, it's not in a good place. And it has been constantly going downhill. Minus Guardians of the Galaxy 3, it wasn't that bad, but sort of similar like DC movies. Nobody's watching any of these new movies because the Snyderverse is over. The movies don't matter anymore. And fans are just losing interest. Especially with no Iron Man or Captain America around anymore. So
right. Well, looking at this report, I've just got to say, at least Plan A with Marvel seemed to be right. Plan B looks terrible, though. Like dumping, Chadwick Boseman's character. The man's no longer here, so all respect to him. We miss you and all that. But I wouldn't have picked his character, Black Panther, to carry the franchise. And the reports indicate that he was going to be like the new Captain America. He was going to be the main centerpiece with Brie Larson on one side and Tom Holland on the other side. And those three characters, I don't believe, are capable of carrying Marvel. So those plans faded away. So now what we have is Kevin Feige is apparently pushing the young Marvels, these young, very youthful characters. And Nick, Marvel will never be the same because of that. It's just never going to be the same. It's kind of like what we faced with Star Wars. The old guard are gone. They're not coming back. Marvel had their time. They had their peak. They have already peaked. And at this point, unfortunately, it is what it is.
Yeah, 100%. And unfortunately for them, they're going to be paying the price for it financially because none of these movies are going to make money. I cannot wait for the Marvel's box office results to come in because word on the street is it's going to be bad.
It's going to flop bad. We covered it today. We did a video today about how, the projections for the box office for the Marvels looks awful. And I predict this very well could be Brie Larson's final Marvel film.
I would not be surprised. Probably so.
Yeah. Well, guys, very important. Let us know what you think about all this. Do you have any hope for Marvel? I really would like to see them return to, an era of greatness. It certainly ended. And what they've given us in the past 4 or 5 movies and shows have not resonated. Fans are leaving Marvel and they're heading to Netflix. They're going to watch One Piece. They're going to watch other things. So Marvel better get it fixed very quickly or Disney might be for sale soon.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Let us know in the comments. We are Echo Base Network. See you guys on the next one.
Bye, guys.